How's it going, Bremerton? Josh Farley with the Kitsap Sun. You might recognize the boat that's right behind me. It is indeed the Rich Passage 1, the newest fast ferry to ply the waters between Seattle and Bremerton. I've got its story coming up, along with 5 total that you just got to know about happening in Bremerton this week.
I will take on the legwork and I will not look back. I am flower the hothouse, I am the picture plant.
Welcome back to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast, sponsored by the Admiral Theater. Story number 1 today was that we got a dazzling visit from a pod of orca whales this past week.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Many of you snapped great pictures and took some amazing videos as these creatures made their way up Dyes Inlet, under the Minette Bridge, almost all the way to Silverdale and back down again. Now, these were marine mammal eating orca whales. Remember though, when we see these amazing creatures, it's important to keep a 200-yard distance from them, as that's what federal regulations require. The last thing we'd want to do is inhibit our orca whales from coming to visit. Story number 2, Kitsap Transit's brand new fast ferry service got underway on Monday at 5:40 a.m. The first sailing went across through Rich Passage and to Seattle.
This is Aaron, your captain speaking. I do want to, of course, welcome you all aboard for the very first trip.
I loved the experience. It was a super quick, super smooth ride, and very enjoyable all the way around. I think that this is going to be nothing but good for Bremerton and Kitsap County. The psychological value of being connected to Seattle is just tremendous, but the convenience of being able to get there in a half an hour is terrific.
During the month of July, you can ride for free, but in August, it will cost money. It's $2 coming from the Bremerton side and $10 going back the other direction. Story number 3, over the weekend, a historic vessel sank within the Bremerton Marina. It's not quite all the way underwater yet. There's still a little bit of its bow sticking out at the breakwater of the Bremerton Marina, but most of the eventide has gone underwater. Officials with the Port of Bremerton have surrounded the vessel with a boom that helps to soak up some of its oil and limit the environmental damages from the sinking vessel. Story number 4 probably comes as no surprise to you that a lot of outside money has been coming in to buy everything from single-family homes to big multifamily apartment complexes. Eddie Ring is no exception to that boom. He's from California, and his company has come into Bremerton purchasing $65 million in properties. There's been over $300 million in properties secured between 2015 and 2016 in Kitsap County. Here's a look at Sea Glass Village, a long-time apartment complex located in East Bremerton, just outside of Minette.
We redesigned all of the building exteriors to recapture some of the flavor from the early 1940s. We added things like lamp posts and little park benches. We added faux shutters on all the windows. So we recreated the vintage of the asset. We renovated the kitchens and bathrooms, restored the hardwood flooring wherever we could, and we renovated it with modern appointments, but that would have that same vintage feel.
And finally, story number 5 on the Beat Blast this week. It's another big weekend of activities here in Bremerton and in Kitsap County. We'll start it, if you have a little shopping urge, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. You can find the Minette Community Garage Sale. There's over 20 properties participating this year. You could follow that up with a visit to Kitsap Pride, which we'll be celebrating at Evergreen Rotary Park between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. And of course, it's the 7th annual Summer Brewfest right here on the Louis Mentor Boardwalk. There will be more than 30 breweries participating, and they'll be pouring more than 100 different beers. You can get a sneak peek at their Friday preview event from 4 to 9 p.m. and of course the traditional Saturday event from 12 to 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $25 at the door. You can save $5 if you buy them online at their website for just $20. Have a great rest of your week, Bremerton. It's supposed to be sunny skies ahead, and I'll see you again next week. This week's featured artist on the Bremerton Beat Blast was Guiaba Rodriguez, a local recording artist and a Bremerton native. She will be performing this Saturday at Kitsap Pride.
here in your honor, por día en